So today I'm going to be ranking UFC main events from 2024. I did do something similar to this where I ranked every single UFC pay-per-view of the year. But now let's dive into every single main event. Starting off with Magomed Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker. I'm going to put this B. That might be a bit high. We'll see how we start to go as this list goes, if that makes sense. Ankalaev knocked him out. Got a pretty nice KO in there. Let's put that at B. Next up, DDP Sean Strickland. Arguably one of the worst entire cards of the year, but it was saved by this main event. I'm going to put this A tier. DDP Sean Strickland, first time round, extremely close. I mean, I wanted to see the rematch after their original fight took place because I thought it was extremely close, although I did have DDP winning. However, after seeing Khamzat Chimaev break Robert Whittaker's face, I have no interest in seeing this rematch. Although I think DDP will beat Strickland again. Although I think this time he does TKO him inside 3 rounds. That's going A tier. Next up, we have got Roman Dolidze versus Imavov. Shit. Crap. I don't have anything positive to say about that, but however, D tier, we've got certain fights that you're going to see a theme for D tier. Okay, just stick with me. Joe Pyfer, Jack Hermanson, not a bad fight. Joe Pyfer getting fraud checked, even though he apparently hits harder than Ngannou. C, again, not really memorable, so that's not a good sign if you think about it. Yeah, shit. Joe Pyfer exposed. Fraud checked. Next up, Volkanovski, Ilia Topuria. Now look, Ilia Topuria, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the guy. I can't believe he KO'd Volkanovski and Max Holloway. It's like, do you just want to ruin my mental health? You know, is there a way I can claim against you for the damages you've done to my psyche? I don't know. But again, good main event. Finished in a nice way. Not as fun of a fight as what DDP Strickland was. But is A. We'll go high B tier. Next up, Brandon Royval, Brandon Moreno. Go high C tier. Not a very amazing, enjoyable fight. That was terrible English. But again, it was alright for 5 rounds. Royval stepped in on short notice, beat Brandon Moreno over in Mexico. No one really expected it, but just outvolumed him, outworked him. I hated Moreno's high guard in there that he constantly was holding the entire fight and just not throwing enough. Nice to see that we did come back and beat Amir Albazi. We will get to that later on in the list, but it's going high C tier as of now. Gaziev versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Do you know what? Put it there. I'm going to put it high C tier just because the blow-up got smoked. But it wasn't as entertaining as that fight, to be honest. Jairzinho, big underdog going into that matchup, surprisingly. And just out-jabbed Gaziev, who had the biggest mouthpiece in the world and is probably one of the shittest fighters of all time. But nice for Jairzinho to get the win. I mean, Jairzinho's actually on a bit of a run at the minute, and he's meant to be fighting Sergey Pavlovich at UFC Fight Night Saudi Arabia. If he beats him, we've got a new title challenger. Biggie Boy is back. Next up, the 299 main event, Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera. I like this fight because O'Malley just styled on Chito Vera. Didn't get a good knockout though, but I'm putting it A tier because I enjoyed it, so shut the fuck up. Next up, Tybura versus Tai Tuivasa. Shit. Rose Namajunas, I don't know who she's fighting there, but that's D tier. Aaron Blanchfield versus Fierrod, I think that was. Yeah, D tier. Let's move on. Chris Curtis versus Brendan Allen. Actually wasn't that bad. Chris Curtis getting injured at the end of the fight. Yo, what the fuck am I doing? Yo, where did that fight go? What the fuck? Oh, there it is there. C tier. Yeah, let's put it C tier. Not really memorable, but not really dog shit. C tier. Pereira versus Jamal Hill. Let's put that A tier. I enjoyed these two fights better. But Pereira... Is that... Yeah, it's Jamal Hill. These photos are fucking so shit and small. Yeah. No, I like that. Jamal Hill getting slapped. The birth of the villain of the light heavyweight division. Pereira's just on smoke. The way like he hit Jamal Hill that hard, Jamal Hill's tongue started falling out of his mouth. That's going there. Right, what is this one? Who is that? Who is that after UFC 300? Let me see. I should really know this, like, but what the fuck? Oh, Mateus Nicolau and Alex Perez. Shit. D. Steve Erceg versus Pantoja UFC 301. I am an enjoyer of this matchup. I'm going to put a B tier. Derek Lewis versus a nobody in the heavyweight division. Shit. That's a shit main event. Let's just call it what it is. Lerone Murphy versus Edson Barboza. I'm an enjoyer of that matchup. I like that. Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier 302. I like that. I like that matchup. I don't know why I have this obsession with Sean O'Malley versus Tito Vera. I just like that fight. I don't know why, so shut it in the comments. Imavov versus Cannonier, an enjoyable matchup. I'm going to probably put that high C tier, to be honest. Perez versus Tatsuro Taira was shit. I mean, right, let's just clear this up properly. Get these two the back. Ikram Aliskerov, Robert Whittaker. I mean, Whittaker, big statement win by getting a KO. I love that. I'm an enjoyer of that. Let's put that low B. Next up, Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska 2. Just dominance from Alex Pereira. I'm going to put that just below that one. I actually thought Yuri was going to beat him this time round. I thought Yuri was going to beat him first time round. Just shows how fucking shit and casual I am. But head kick KO from Pereira. Was meant to be McGregor Chandler, but we move. Get that out of my fucking face, as well as that. You're starting to see a common theme here. So UFC, sort your fucking shit out. Next up, Bilal Muhammad, Leon Edwards. Disappointed by the result. The fight itself wasn't amazing. Probably going to go there. Imavov Cannonier was a more enjoyable fight, to be honest. I feel like C tier is getting a bit overcrowded, though. Next up, Umar Nurmagomedov, Corey Sandhagen. Wasn't great. C tier. I feel like just everything's going into C tier. It's a bit of a cop-out. Sergey Spivak versus Tybura. Shit main event. Still better than that one, though. Adesanya DDP, A tier. No, it wasn't as good as that. I'm an enjoyer of this matchup. For a fight that's so high level, but then the finish just looks so low level. You need to go back and watch that. I'm an enjoyer of this matchup. Jared Cannonier versus Baralho, good fight. I enjoyed it. I'm putting that behind that. It's not topping Robert Whittaker KOing Ikram Aliskerov. Sean Brady versus Gilbert Burns. Okay. Not much to go about. D tier. This is shit. Like, this is just an unenjoyable matchup. Put it high because the sphere was nice and aesthetic. B tier. I'm liking this. I'm liking what Money Moicano done to Benoit St. Denis. Absolutely butchered him. Destroyed him in there. Lovely to watch. Although I lost money because I thought Benoit St. Denis was going to win. Right, let's go. We've got Khalil Roundtree versus Alex Pereira. I like that. I mean, I don't know. It should be above the 300 main event. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, no, I like that. Khalil Roundtree showed up, looked a lot better than what people expected. The finish was just clean. Finish was just real clean. Pereira just entered like flow state and smoked him. Yeah, big win for Pereira. Style points from Pereira as well. I like that. That sort of Tyra getting fraud checked by Brandon Royval. I'm going to put it low. No. No. Yeah, I'm going to put it C tier. Again, not really memorable. Anthony Hernandez versus Michel Pereira. Absolute fucking domination from start to finish. This is going B tier. Anthony Hernandez is definitely one to watch in this UFC middleweight division. Topuria versus Holloway. S. I enjoyed that. Even though I'm upset by the finish, I mean, just seeing both guys get in there, I enjoyed that matchup. I enjoyed that. S tier, best fight of the year in my opinion. Just for how hyped I was. Based on hype, this was the matchup that I was like dribbling over. Pause. Brandon Moreno destroyed Amir Albazi. Not really the most memorable fight though, so go C tier. Paratez beating Magny by like ghost punch. Put that C tier, not really great. John Jones beating up Stipe. I mean, I'm going to put a low B tier. It saved the card. A card that was so shitty, 40 fart pipe. John Jones really stepped up and saved that. Next up, we've got Davidson Figueiredo and Petr Yan. That is the second best main event of the year. Was extremely hyped for that matchup. Lived up the expectations. And finally, we've got Kaya Sakura getting dominated from Pantoja. Let's go low A tier for that. I mean, he showed up and delivered. Pantoja, top 6 pound for pound right now. Arguably the greatest flyweight of all time. So yeah, those are the rankings. As you can see, a common theme here. Do not let don't let these 4 main events ever happen again, UFC. Yeah, let me know your opinions in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again in the next one.